Good morning, Kitchen Tube Eats. How are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to talk about barbecue. We thought that since it's Labor Day, that it would be a good day to come on and talk about how to cook barbecue. I probably should have released the video on probably a few days ago because today is the actual date. But just moving forward, you'll know, a lot of people, you'll be surprised. A lot of people don't know how to cook barbecue. I struggle many of times learning how to, smoke ribs properly. But first off, we always want to keep, right now my temperature is a little bit low. It's between 150 and 200, but actually 200 to 250 and even 300 is really a good method of smoking your meat. The ribs are a thick, tight muscle to cook from, and so you cannot rush and cook it on high heat. With meats and stuff like that, you have to cook it at a slow, low temp, so that you could give the meat its appropriate time to cook. It'll take about 3 to 4 hours to cook, depending on the temperature rate and the speed that it is going. Um, but yeah, keep it between I like to cook it really slow, so 150 to 200 is really good. If you can definitely cook your meats a few days ahead of time, don't wait till the actual day to cook it, because it could be, a rush, and then you try to do all your sides and then you forget and take your eyes off of your meat. Also, when purchasing charcoal, if you can get the already match light charcoal, then that would be good, because the fluid is already on there. It's been sitting, and you know what I'm saying. It's been marinating in the charcoal, and so that way you don't have to worry about all of the carbon monoxide and different things like that burning inside of your meat and different things like that. So you just want to, this is a good one. Or what my husband does, which is a really good thing, is he'll put the charcoal in, then he'll put the fluid in, and he'll let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, and that way that all the coal and everything can light evenly, and it can smoke, and you'll have a good cooking process. Okay. Now, when smoking your ribs, a lot of time I like to put aluminum foil up under it sometimes, just to protect the meat from burning. Now, sometimes when you do this, it can interrupt the even cooking flow, of your ribs. But I had smoked it on yesterday, and so I'm just coming back today trying to just finish it up. Let it take its time. Now, before you put the meat on the grill, up under the meat on the backhand side, there is a membrane on the back of it. So you always want to, it's a thick skin layer of membrane that you want to pull off. And once you pull it off, that'll also help with the cooking temperatures and allowing it to cook evenly, because with that membrane on there, it causes it hard for the moisture to go through those bones. So as you can see, I cleaned and scraped and moved all the membrane up under that rib. Here we have the spare ribs, and how you can tell a difference from a baby back rib and a spare rib is the St. Louis spare rib, because right here down this bone, these here are the tips of the meat. So when you get ready to, when it's done and you get ready to cut them up and slice them up into pieces, you want to cut this St. Louis slab off first. These are your tips right here. Then you just chop them up into itty bits of pieces. So, yeah. So I have it layered here. So when smoking your meat, you don't want to have the fire directly, the charcoal directly on the meat. You want to put it to the side. You want to smoke it, and you want to let it do what it needs to do. But if you have the meat directly on the charcoal, you can cause it to burn out really quick. So you just want to set it to the side. Sometimes you can set it dead in the center. Put your meats on the outer parts and just let it smoke and let it catch evenly. Here's my marinating bowl. I use this to marinate the meat. Sometimes I put oils and fresh herbs in there, liquid juice, or whatever the case may be. And this here, you have it on hand, so you can definitely marinate your meat. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Happy Labor Day. Have a great day.